Power to the people, baby. I look good. I look handsome. Hey. Oh, no. I get nervous with that triangle thing. I don't like it. I don't like that triangle. I don't mean to do that. I'm doing the heart, okay? I'm not the triangle. Like I'm so I don't even want to do the symbol. You understand? I don't like that symbol. I don't like it. Whenever it comes to that symbol, I don't know. I know that there's good people with it. I do know it upside down it has a better meaning versus upside right. You know what? Honestly, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. All I know is that I've been really zapped a lot in the head, and I've been, you know, tried to force to be hateful towards that of black people through the triangle people. And kind of try to pull me away from Latinos too, because this triangle people, don't do it. Don't do that group, because they are like they think it's okay to try to get in your head and make you think that you're being raped by a black person. They probably do it with Latinos too. I would not suggest the triangle people. I think I wouldn't suggest that one. I wouldn't suggest if it is not coming with the love and stuff like that. Because I think whenever they're doing it, it's one thing if you're practicing your psychic ability onto your own little teammates or your own friends or something like that. Like, oh, let's see if we can make you do it. You know, that's you doing it to somebody else that's in your community. That's beautiful. Like you're practicing your arts on you, and you're not hurting a depowered American citizen. It's different when these triangle people start doing it onto the depowered citizens. And they're like, oh yeah. And it's like you're really harming the consciousness of American people. So what you're actually doing, even though you're an American in your power, you're turning the American people that are dispowered against Americans, because now they don't trust Americans. Now they're so fearful of America, and you're just this spiritual group. You're this spiritual group. You're this spiritual group. But just because these other ones, these triangle people, want to keep abusing and flexing, right, their abilities on a depowered American citizen, it turns the American people against America. And that's not what we're trying to do. What we're trying to do is we're trying to build a people to be together, to defend Americans, no matter what color, no matter these things. Not that we get into a form of a collective and we see the power of our consciousness and being able to sit there and deceive somebody else's mind. It is not right, nor is it just for you to get into somebody else's mind that is not aware of you and not knowing what's going on, and you trying to force them to state that they've been raped and believe that they've been raped by a person, no matter what color. I do want to make that clear. This is very, very important. However, I personally don't think there's anything wrong with you having your own little circle of friends and you're practicing your plant medicines and your psychic ability and seeing how you would be able to control one another. Like that's you guys testing out your own abilities on one another. That's way different than you testing out your abilities on a depowered American citizen. Because again, that American citizen, we want them to eventually come into their power if they are part of that, if they're part of that classification of America or that lower level consciousness. You know, so what we want is we actually want to bring this form of America up to the point where we're actually defending and protecting that of our fellow American citizens. Not causing so much harm on the depowered American citizen that what they end up doing is they end up turning against other Americans. Does that make sense to you? So we got other people that are from other countries that come into America, and they can get very harmed by American people and be turned against that of Americans. We have people that are in America and have been here forever and have been turned against that of Americans because of these groups. So our goal is to do trauma healing, right? Is to unite the American people, not divide the American people. And just because you're powerful enough that you're remote viewing, hearing somebody else's consciousness and these type of things, it doesn't mean that you want to deceive that person. If you want that person to come over by your tribe, you know, make it clear and make it fun. Like you make everything like a very good experience, but also be very mindful whenever you're going ahead and you're guiding a depowered American citizen, that you want to still guide them into them getting in their ability. So many of the ones that are actually getting used to being so mighty for such a long time that they accepted the forms of delusion that they could wave over a consciousness of a person. And I don't think that we should have it in American culture that, the depowered citizens reflect of all the harms that America has done unto them. Because I think that reflection is only going to try to turn that person against that of American people. And I think essentially our goal is that no matter what religion and what no matter what spiritual group, you're still my brothers and sisters, and I still want to protect you, and I even want to limit the harms that your own collective will do to you, right? So I want to make sure, as an American citizen, whatever collective you're a part of, that they're not fully abusing you and getting away with it just because you're part of that tribe. There's a lot of tribes, and there's good and bad in all things. That's why, as an American people, we kind of view each other and being like, okay, they're going too far with this. Now let's unite as American people and limit their harms, because that collective feels like they're allowed to get away with this much. You're an American person. So what our job is to protect you. Even though you feel so safe in that collective, in that group, well, we know that that group and that collective is actually doing a greater harm sometimes and getting away with it. So it doesn't matter what group. That's why, as an American people, we work together to be able to view and limit the amount of harms onto that of the people. No matter what spiritual group and what spiritual tribe, because some of us are like, oh no, that's my group, that's my full loyalty. My loyalty is to humanity. And my loyalty is to make sure that you're not getting overly abused. And this is the part where you have to draw a line with that of other people, and being like, what you're doing is a truly of a greater harm. And that's the reasons why it's very important for you to come underneath that love and have your connections with other spiritual groups and leaders, in order for you to be able to collectively go underneath that of peace and love and limit the amount of harms that are being placed onto that of the people. Because some people feel so victimized and so controlled because the amount of harms that's being placed onto the psyche of the being, that it's our job as American citizens, as an American people, to not allow other groups in America to overrun an individual or certain people just because they know that they can. So I love you.